The Coyote Twin, Vermilion's downtown theater. Providing entertainment Thursdays through Sundays.
Tonight, students come together to raise money for the Children's Miracle Network.
We'll have that and more coming up. Coyote News starts right now.
Live from the Al Newharth Media Center, this is Coyote News.
A career fair is coming to USD. Welcome to Coyote News. I'm Xander Holt.
And I'm Kylie Moore. We'll get to that story in a moment, but first, USD's legal aid attorney, Philip Terwilliger, spoke at yesterday's Student Government Association meeting. After Terwilliger introduced himself and what he does, senators could ask further questions, including how he can help with students and immigration.
I'm happy to help anybody, regardless of immigration status, anything like that. 100%. I'm going to do everything I can for them. But sometimes they'll ask a specific question about what will happen if, and then refer to their home country, and stuff like that. Usually would be best answered by somebody with an embassy or somebody that works with immigration law all the time.
Most of Terwilliger's cases are criminal and deal with underage crimes. This semester, he has handled about 70 student cases. Students can reach Terwilliger on the USD Legal Aid website. SGA funds this resource, and the student legal aid is available for all current students attending USD free of charge.
Students have the opportunity to support the Children's Miracle Network hospitals this week. Dakotathon's annual Push Week started on Tuesday with a crumble cookie event in the muck pit from 10 o'clock to 3 o'clock. Aside from the cookies, there was also a flip-a-cup activity, a raffle, and a photo booth. The event was run by Dakotathon executive staff, including Vice President of Finance, Jillian Schulte.
This week is our big push week. It happens only in the fall. We have events here in the muck pit, as you can see, all week long, and then we have events throughout the community as well. So please come, stop by. We're trying to raise $30K in 1 week.
Dakotathon will be hosting multiple fundraising events, including walking tacos and bean bags at the Beta Theta Pi House, happening now until 7 o'clock. On Thursday, they will be back in the muck pit with Cold Stone, and on Friday, there will be donuts at the Pi Kappa Alpha House from 8:30 to 10:30 in the morning. Dakotathon will reveal if they reached their $30,000 goal on Friday at 12 p.m. Students will be able to connect with future employers next week. The 2025 USD Career Fair takes place next week from 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock in the Muck Ballroom. The fair will have various employers looking to fill full-time positions and internships from a variety of industries. Students can also receive a free professional headshot if they attend the career fair. Students can RSVP on USD Involved.
Sanford Health is launching a virtual care service in 14 communities in South Dakota. My Care Line is a service designed to give virtual care to patients living in rural areas that may not have immediate access to a hospital. Sanford Health reported that over half of the communities participating in the program have 1,000 or less residents, and 8 of the 14 communities are at least an hour away from a major medical center. A guest musician is coming to the National Music Museum this week. Alejandro Ataucusi is a guitarist, composer, and educator who is well known for his charango and the hatun charango skills. Ataucusi performed throughout Peru, the United States, and Europe, and has earned acclaim for his unique musical style, which blends jazz, classical, and contemporary music styles. The performance takes place 12 p.m. on Friday, and admission is free. For anyone who can't make it to the performance in person, it will be live streamed and is available on the National Music Museum's website.
A new Pilates studio is opening in Vermilion. Power Pilates ribbon cutting is taking place at 4 o'clock at the studio's location on Cherry Street on Friday. The ribbon cutting is free and open to the public. This is Power Pilates' second location, the first being in Mitchell. To learn more about Power Pilates or to schedule an appointment, people can visit powerpilatesbyjade.com. Coming up, a new cafe in town opens its doors to a new experience for Vermilion. You're watching Coyote News.
The University of South Dakota's Department of Media and Journalism.
You're never gonna know.
fostering students' talent and creativity through the art of filmmaking. Share your stories. Bring your ideas to life. Discover your passion. Find your voice. Join USD's Department of Media and Journalism today.
This is Coyote News.
A new business has opened its doors here in Vermilion. Lunchbox Studios is a pottery store that brings art, community, and hands-on creativity together. Two local Vermilion art teachers decided to bring a touch of nostalgia to the community while providing different hands-on art classes like pottery, as well as books and art supplies.
Just in general, everyone's creative, and I think whether they recognize it or not, whatever they do, there's some kind of intent to have this thing that they enjoy doing be shared with other people.
Unlike your average paint-your-own pottery store, Lunchbox Studios has the goal of branching out to offer more classes and opportunities for participants, as well as providing an area to rent space to do their own pottery. Beginning this weekend, the studio will be open most of the day on Saturdays and will have regular hours of 4:30 to 7:30 on Thursdays and Fridays. A new cafe is offering more than just drinks and snacks. Coyote News' Jason Lopez Martinez has that story.
In Vermilion, the Boardroom Cafe is giving people a new reason to stay in town.
I really like Vermilion, and I like to be involved in things, and I just saw a need for a place for people to do things.
That idea was from Jenna Mix-Hyat, a full-time elementary music teacher who turned her passion for board games into something more.
It wasn't necessarily that starting a business was what I was excited about, but about a game cafe itself really excited me, and everything just fell into place perfectly.
Opened this past summer, the Boardroom Cafe has access to over 300 board games. From game night hangouts to a Pokemon group, the space is proving to be as flexible as it is fun.
We've had families come in and it's very family friendly, and then we've had people come in to play D&D, and we've got a group trying to do Magic, and we're trying to start up a Pokemon league, and so it's just like there's so many different things that it really can be whatever you want it to be.
For now, the boardroom is open Thursday through Saturday with hopes to expand hours as interest grows. For Coyote News, I'm Jason Lopez Martinez.
The cafe is partnering with El Nepal and the Boba Tea Shop to offer a limited time discount to customers.
Spectrum is hosting their biannual professional and amateur drag show next Tuesday in the Muck Ballroom. The show begins at 7 o'clock and the doors open at 6:30. The show is free for all students and all attendees must be 18 years old or older. The Women in Business organization is hosting a salary negotiation event tomorrow. Coyote News' Nadia Castillo is live in the Muck to learn more. Nadia?
Thanks, Sander. I'm here today with Michaela Van Verst, president of the Women in Business organization. Welcome. Can you tell us more about the core mission of the organization and what led to its founding?
Yeah, so we noticed a complete lack of organizations in Beacom specifically that were very women focused. There's a lot of really big universities with business schools that had all of these really cool women organizations, and we just were behind the curve. So we added a Women in Business chapter. Our mission is just to empower women professionals someday. And we're also not solely for women, we're also to create advocates for women as well. So to essentially bring to light some of the issues that women might face in the professional world.
What are some of the skills or support groups that help women get ahead in this organization?
Yeah, so one of our big ones is we're pulling in a bunch of alumni from the Beacom School of Business specifically, just because we have a really great alumni connection. So we've had quite a few people come in and speak to us. They will be coming in. We want to be able to form those opportunities for people to connect. One of our big events right now is we're planning a negotiations event. We pulled in some of the Beacom faculty who are just really passionate about this topic too to connect people with.
Can you tell us more about this event that is happening tomorrow, salary negotiation? What made you pick this topic as such a critical thing that students need to focus about now?
So the biggest thing that we focused on is that once you leave college and the academic world, you're your biggest advocate. And by creating this salary negotiation event, we're essentially trying to teach you how you can stick up for yourself. There's also sometimes a view in the workplace that women are weaker than men necessarily. We're more likely to get lower offers when we go in for job negotiations. And so we wanted to bring this event to light to essentially help people kind of learn how to negotiate. Tyler Custis is our faculty who's leading that. He gives a very great presentation on that. So that'll be in Beacom tomorrow night at 5 p.m. in room 129.
And as the president, what is the most rewarding part of leading this group?
I think the most rewarding part is seeing the connections that you can build with people. I have met so many people through this organization, and I plan to meet many more at all of the people who come to our events. Another one of our goals is just to build a community too, where you can turn to people if you ever need advice, if you ever need some place to even just rant or talk to somebody. We wanted to kind of create that space for people.
Thank you so much, Michaela. Live from the Muck for Coyote News, I'm Nadia Castillo.
Thanks, Nadia. The talk is in Beacom Hall, room 129, from 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock.
The annual South Dakota Quad Fest is being held in Vermilion this Saturday. 20 high schools will compete in a marching band competition in the Dome coming from South Dakota, Iowa, Nebraska, and Minnesota. Performances from the competitors run from 10 to 4, followed by a performance by the Sound of USD Marching Band and an awards ceremony. The full schedule can be found at usbands.org.
Students have the opportunity to immerse themselves in Asian culture tonight. The Asian Students in America is hosting origami and snacks this evening. As the name implies, students can learn how to fold origami while trying different Asian snacks. The event runs from 6 to 8 in Delzell, room 117. Students can see more free movies this weekend. Like before, the Coyote Twin Theater is offering free movies to all USD students. Students can see Tron Ares at 4 or 7 and The Smashing Machine at 4:15 or 7:15. All students must bring their student ID with them to receive a free ticket. Next, on Coyote Sports, volleyball hosts their pink game against St. Thomas.
And soccer plays back-to-back road games.
Every day, 37 people die. Every 79 seconds, someone is killed.
Love y'all. I'll see you later.
2 out of 3 people will be impacted, and this could all be prevented. Don't drink and drive.
Do you feel tired and anxious at times? Do you feel like you can't focus on your school assignments? Exercising might be your solution. It helps you feel less anxious and gloomy. You can relax better and you suffer less from stress. You will get more energy, sleep better, and find it less difficult to remember all your courses. So move your body and be your own change.
This is Coyote News.
USD Football announces new helmet decals for next home game. This is Coyote Sports. I'm Jason Lopez Martinez.
Swim and dive competes at the University of Minnesota, and I'm Ethan Ladke. South Dakota Volleyball hosted St. Thomas on Thursday in their annual Pink Out game. The Coyotes wore pink uniforms and honored those battling breast cancer before the game. Fans were also encouraged to wear pink. South Dakota won a close first set, 25-22, before St. Thomas fought back to tie the game at 1 set apiece. Ultimately, South Dakota would go on to win 3-1. The Coyotes also defeated UNO on Saturday 3-2 to improve to 11-6 on the season. South Dakota's next game will be tonight on the road versus Kansas City before facing South Dakota State at home on Saturday.
USD's women's soccer hit the road for back-to-back away games. On Thursday, the team played at Kansas City. Brooklyn Bordson scored the only goal for the Coyotes as the teams end up tying 1-1. The team battled against Oral Roberts on Sunday. Molly Van Meeteren scored for USD, but the team fell 2-1. The team stay home this weekend to take on South Dakota State on Saturday in a redout game.
The Coyote football team traveled to Indiana to take on the Sycamores. USD scored first with a 32-yard field goal and an LJ Phillips rushing touchdown, as he leads D1 in rushing yards. Indiana State would score a touchdown of their own. Kicker Will Leyland would tack on 3 more field goals for the Coyotes. The Sycamores would score a touchdown late, but it wasn't enough as USD secured a 19-14 victory. USD punter Tyler Ebel was named to the FCS Punter of the Year watch list for his success so far this season, and Leyland was named the Missouri Valley Special Teams Player of the Week. The team stays on the road and travels to northern Iowa, facing the Panthers on Saturday.
USD football will be celebrating Native Heritage Day on Saturday, November 1st against North Dakota. The team will be wearing custom helmet decals designed by Sadie Red Wing. The decals will be featuring the word Saminitu, which is Lakota for coyotes, and represents Ochiti Shakowin, which is also known as the 7 Council Fires.
Coyote News' Addie Sporletter is live in the muck with Cole Larsch, co-host of the Charcoal Sports Show. Addie?
Thanks, Ethan. Cole, can you tell us a little bit about your radio show?
Well, our show originally started as a high school project back in about 2020. We've been doing it now on KAOR for about 3 years. Myself and Charlie have been going on every Wednesday so far. I mean, we've missed a couple, of course, but it's just to the two of us with an open mic, pretty much just talking about all kinds of sports, no matter, I mean, locally, nationally, whatever we can think of, honestly.
And what is your next episode about?
Well, this episode coming up tonight, we're just going to talk about some USD sports, all kinds of football, volleyball, soccer starting up, basketball starting soon. Might get a little teaser in there. Then the NFL and some national things, and of course the Vikings, Skol Vikes, and then high school sports to wrap it up, as we're 1 week away from the high school football playoffs starting up.
And you call games for Vermilion High School. What does your preparation process look like for that?
It honestly depends on the week and where I'm at, kind of with how many games I've got, but usually it's getting a hold of coaches, trying to get some stats, making sure I keep myself organized, having to balance classes and all the rest of the games, and then just kind of managing travel and things like that, you know, getting stats, making sure I'm fully organized before I leave Vermilion, and then from there it's just showing up and turning on the microphone and kind of going from there.
If you could cover one sport for the rest of your life, what sport would it be and why?
Oh, I think it would have to be either football or basketball. Probably basketball, because as a broadcaster, it's so much, I don't want to say easier than the rest of them, but there's just constant action going on all the time. So as long as you can keep up with it, and I really enjoy watching it and covering it as well. So I'd say out of all of them, I do probably basketball.
Thanks, Cole. Live from the muck for Coyote News, I'm Addie Sporletter.
Thanks, Addie. The Charcoal Sports Show is live tonight at 6 on KAOR 91.1.
The Coyote swim and dive teams competed against Minnesota and Nebraska. The men lost 196-47 against Minnesota. Nick Rounds had the highest placement for the Coyotes, finishing second in the 50 free. The women's team competed twice, losing to Nebraska and Minnesota. Camilla Brogger Anderson had the best placement for the women's, finishing 5th in the 1,000-yard freestyle. The teams compete again this weekend against Kansas and Missouri S&T.
The Vermilion High School boys soccer season came to an end last weekend. The team won their first postseason game 2-1 against St. Thomas More before losing 3-1 against Freeman Academy in the semifinals. Overall, the team finished the season with an 8-3 record after winning the state championship last season.
Vermilion Volleyball hosted Ponca, Nebraska last night in volleyball. The Tanagers were not able to grab a set as they fell to the Indians 3-1. The team has one more home game against Canton on Saturday before the Dakota 12 Conference Tournament next week. Basketball season is starting soon, with South Dakota's women's basketball playing an exhibition game this Saturday against Colorado State. The game will be played in Sioux Falls at the Sanford Pentagon. The men's exhibition game is scheduled for October 26th against Northern Arizona in the SCSC. That's it for Coyote Sports.
When we come back, we ask students what their favorite comfort food is. Stay with us.
In the United States, approximately 6.3 million animals enter shelters every year. Of those, only 3.2 million will be adopted and over 920,000 will be euthanized. Help put a stop to animal homelessness, save a life, and rescue your next best friend.
Day in and day out. From one field on to the next. Dedicated, restorative, and driven. To the American farmer who represents the roots of our country, we thank you for all you do.
This is Coyote News.
Preservation of species and habitats is an ongoing project around the globe. Off the coast of Washington, one animal made a big splash in the revitalization of her species. Big Mama is a humpback whale previously famous for helping preserve the humpback population by birthing 7 calves, as well as being the star of a viral video last fall where she was seen engulfing and then spitting out a seal. This summer, Big Mama made the news again as she was seen with the first whale calf of the year, marking her 8th calf. Due to her efforts, as well as other whales in the area, humpbacks are no longer considered an endangered species.
This week is midterms, and many students are busy studying.
We asked our Instagram followers, when are they the most productive?
I personally would have to say I'm the most productive in the afternoon. I'm definitely not a night person. I go to bed too early for that.
See, I'm the exact opposite. I am a night studier. If I'm going to get any homework done, it's going to be past 12 p.m.
Let's see what they said. Oh,
No? All right.
I agree with you.
Looks like I'm not the only one. Follow our Instagram page for more weekly polls.
Sometimes the best cure to dreary weather is a home-cooked meal.
We asked students what their favorite comfort food is.
Here's what they had to say.
When I'm at home, my mother makes a really good goulash.
Qdoba all the time.
Probably some Chick-fil-A nuggets, to be honest.
Probably barbecue Pringles.
Anything noodles.
One of my mom's casseroles.
I would say my go-to comfort food is popcorn.
Rice, maybe.
Pizza Lunchables. Probably like cookies.
Potato soup.
Macaroni and cheese.
Yeah, I know the ice cream for sure.
I have to say wings. Big wing guy.
Cheeseburger with applesauce.
I'm a big Qdoba fan, so any Qdoba.
Macaroni and cheese.
Rice and chicken.
Sandwiches, probably.
Homemade food, anything but homemade.
My mom's Alfredo.
Chick-fil-A.
Mac and cheese.
Peking player like Hai Chai, just like some Chinese.
Chicken strips.
Probably chicken tiki masala.
You know, guys, I'm gonna probably have to say churritos con huevo. It's just like sausage with like eggs. Like my mom used to make it when I was like younger. It was just my favorite day. Like it was just gonna be the best day every time like she made it for me.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
That's very valid. And for me, it's anything that my parents make on the grill or in the oven or even the microwave. It's all great stuff.
See, I would say my favorite comfort food is ice cream. I'm a sucker for any type of ice cream. It's just my go-to.
Well, there was a handsome individual in that video that we just watched. He kind of looked like me. He said his comfort food was like Chinese, Peking plate. I gotta agree with him. That guy must be really smart. Something like that. That's all for Coyote News.
Pick up the volant for your recaps on Coyote Athletics.
Listen to 91.1 for news updates throughout the week and for coverage of your USD sports.
Don't forget to follow our social media pages and the daily update for the weekly poll. Have a great night.